What the firm's best known for is its work with clients in the creative and media industries, but also with clients around the world in lots of different industries in the employment sector. I'm really looking forward to taking part in the conference on growth strategies for law firms on the 18th of June. I think that'll be very relevant to firms like Lewis Silkin, but also to larger firms and to smaller firms as well. We all face significant challenges in growing our businesses and winning new work from clients, and the topics in this conference I think will be of general interest to people involved in that industry, and particularly in the BD function. The session I'm going to be involved in is a panel session on the client's perspective on business development. I think we're going to be exploring some relatively new ground here, because we'll be asking the question about our clients. What do they think about when they think about sales and marketing and business development for their own businesses? And that's going to provide us with a very interesting perspective and probably something of a contrast on the way that law firms go about developing business and winning work from those kinds of clients. Law firms are interesting structures because we've got vast numbers of lawyers within our organisation, but often relatively limited number of marketing professionals, and very infrequently any sort of sales professionals or people badged as such. Of course, that can be the complete polar opposite of the way that clients themselves are structured. They can have very large, very sophisticated sales and marketing functions, and only a few, if any, legal staff within the business. So over time, they'll have built up very sophisticated approach to the whole discipline of marketing and of sales. So Lewis Silkin as a firm has a number of different types of clients and works across a number of client bases. But one type of client we've done a lot of work with over the years is the marketing services sector itself. And I think one of the things that'll be interesting to talk about in the conference is some of the experience we've had in learning almost at the feet of the masters of this, of how to actually devise and execute marketing strategies for our businesses. So whilst I think lessons can be drawn particularly from that industry, I think there'll be a broader application, and so firms focused on all sorts of industry verticals I think will be able to do similar contrast exercises and learn from that. I won't be the only panellist on that session. There'll be a number of other perspectives, and I'm really looking forward to it, because I think that will bring out some very interesting lessons and perspectives for delegates. So we're sometimes asked as lawyers and people running law firms what the biggest challenges are facing the profession. And I think for people who wear the BD hat in law firms, the big challenge is really summed up in 4 words, and they are: it's a buyer's market. Clients have an awful lot of choice, not just among law firms themselves, but also these days among various credible alternatives to traditional law firms. So we have to find ways, and this is where growth strategies for law firms I think really comes in, of differentiating ourselves, positioning ourselves positively in the eyes of clients, and of growing credible brands that help us stand out in the markets we're trying to achieve. I'm looking forward to taking part in the conference because I think it's very foursquare focused on precisely those kind of questions. Look forward to seeing people there.